I'll put a new one up here for the moment. I just want them to be able to access the food so that they're not starving here. That was kind of the point. Like, if I could move all of my animals over here and have all of my planting people, like, well, realistically, if I could plant the place out and then move a shit ton of animals over, it'd be fine. But moving between bases and having stockpiles and crap, a bit of work. That little area there looks like they've mostly eaten that, but they don't seem to be having a problem. Nah, they do. They're just being really good about it. Okay, that. I want you guys to be released from there. That should be a circle. I'll put a fresh one over here. I have a lot of food here that's like not pinned down. So they can have access to it if they want. They're just going to go eat like either the plants or like the pre-cut stuff. I want them to bring this inside, but we don't have the space just yet. We should have on the ground. I don't know if I made this raw food. Raw food, vegetarian. Yeah, I made it all vegetarian stuff. You guys can bring the food in. I might make another bench. You good? Okay. I wasn't even sure which cat that was at first. I'm just like, I heard a cat absolutely sneeze. I'm like, don't know which one that is. I kind of want to fit more benches in here, but I could also put them in on this side. It's just a bit further away. Phoenix is like, I'm done with this shit. He's just leaving. Ambrosia, binge, shadow. Don't do it, man. Oh, man. You don't do that in this colony, man. Poor Shadow. I'm just gonna, like, beat the shit out of him. He's just, like, for whatever reason, he's come to the conclusion he wants ambrosia. And we don't do that here. What is your, like, needs? Recreationally starved. Alright. Yeah, I understand that that would resolve that. Maybe go do something else because you can't help us. I understand that eating the ambrosia would help, but they don't get to do that here. Cypress is also a pacifist. So Varv's at least, like, slowed him down, which might allow these three for come help, maybe. We can get out of there fast enough. Or they're not going to catch him. I'm going to have to grab somebody from, like, ahead of us. Like Senma or Acosta. You guys, I need you guys not to... Oh no, they've caught up. You guys go back to what you're doing. I wasn't sure if they were going to catch him. The worst part is he's actually got good fucking gear. And now he's not carrying his... This is also how their gear gets so, like, destroyed. Alright, Chimpanzee Man, do you want to carry him? He's got 6 hours. Go Shadow. Fucking wanted to do a drug binge. Get your ass handed to you. Alright, it's morning. These guys all look like they're kind of hanging around, not doing anything. And somebody's about to have a mental break. So, it's more likely than not a good time to just send them on. If they got any plants, fine. If they got no plants, that's also fine, I guess. We got some berries, we got some medicine. Somebody did something. I wasn't expecting them to do anything, honestly. But somebody must have pulled apart something. There we go. Alright, and they've got still plenty of weight capacity on them too, which is great. So the other thing too is I really want them to get to their destination because they're going to do a fight and they're going to get deadlift. Join us. So that'll be pretty cool. They'll be like fucking 291 at that point. Greedy for impressive bedroom. That's fine. Look, at least she did the surgery. At least a couple of my people have got their eyeballs back, you know, is the least we could do. I could put like a little tunnel up in here. I kind of want to mine the silver. I will hydrate, Hilvan. Thank you. I found that when I was drinking like the really cold water, it was actually making my throat worse. So I've got like room temperature stuff today. Just not like my ideal, but it's not making it worse. So yeah, as opposed to yesterday when every time I took a sip of like the cold water, it like made everything else just like scrunch up worse for my throat. I'm like, I see. This is not a resolution for it. Because normally I like really cold drinks. I just find them more generally satisfying. And yeah, I couldn't indulge yesterday. Because every time I had them, it just made it so much worse. And I'm like, I don't want to lose my voice by the end of stream. But we're going to get a bit more silver here, which is going to mean that we can do a bit more base stuff. I kind of also want to dig out this part here, but I don't want to, like, I don't want to end up opening it fully up. But if I take away a couple of rows, I can put in another set of storage things. I have a lot to bring in, unfortunately. I also kind of want you guys to put another bench here. I'm pretty sure that they can just like walk over them if they're kind of sort of in the way. There's more silver and shit here I'll probably get at as well. Put a couple of extra benches there, and I'll bring in somebody to do some extra mining on the silver. Because like I gotta mine out these like little cavity things anyway. It's not like it's a huge issue. Like I want like the compacted machinery and stuff. At the moment, this little section here is all just for the chem fuel. So I don't really want to put too much flammable shit near it. But if I could grab a couple more shelves around the place, if they would install that, they'd be a lot happier with their recreation too. Also, how's Shadow going in hospital? He's got 4 hours, but he's being tended to. He's fine. Alright. Kangaroo must be up and about as well. I'll have to keep checking to see who still requires like limbs and stuff. And by the look of it, I'm going to need to put some of these like pet beds around the place too. I kind of don't yet want to do that because like I know it's going to cramp up their rooms, but I also know that it might slowly increase the quality of their rooms. It's a muffalo wool bed. Got muffaloes here. I know that we can absolutely do that to these rooms. Kind of want it to be like just on one side at the moment. Normally I do this like perfectly mirrored throughout it, and this time I want to do it specifically to one side. I think it will still have like you guys remember my first base with like the fractal appearance of like their bedrooms? Like the bedrooms down the bottom, the blue and the white, like that kind of thing. I'm kind of hoping to get like a replicating pattern like that maybe again. I think that would be kind of fun. Maybe. I'm not sure if I'll get it right, but we'll see what happens. Hey Tarantula, how you doing? Get to see you earlier tonight. It's still near the beginning of the stream. Last night was just like, I don't know. I was lucky. I was streaming like longer, so got to catch it. I kind of want to use granite for these, although I don't have any blocks for it. I don't really want limestone end tables again. We can wait for the end tables. Put more beds out here. Also, I'm still getting... Why is that one backwards? You know what? I'm not going to ask questions. I'll fix that up in a minute. I don't know what happened with that. Alright, how are you? Feeling better? I do feel better. I'm still playing RimWorld tonight, but yeah, I do feel better. I had like some hot soup after stream last night, and I accidentally like inhaled it up through like the back of my nose. Don't ask me how. I'm a very creative person. But yeah, it kind of fixed the issue of like how crunchy my voice was and how sore it was. So it's not sore today yet. It might get sore by the end of stream. I do suspect that. Oops. That one is just not putting it where I want it to be. But yeah, I understand it still sounds a bit rough, so I've still got the little sign up to let you guys know, just in case it gets like progressively worse, because sometimes when I stream it gets better by the end of the night, and sometimes it gets worse, and I can't tell the difference when I'm continuously talking. But yeah, I don't think anybody's allocated these beds. I might just move them over. I just got done with some gym and some boxing practice. Nice. That sounds enjoyable. That's fun. I used to really enjoy doing boxing. And I used to really enjoy doing like the weightlifting at the gym as well. I don't have a gym membership anymore. Tortured artist. That's fine, Lou. You can be tortured. It's fine. Yeah. No, I kind of miss boxing. Used to enjoy it. Why is there a food in the middle here? Hauling slate block. Oh yeah, I want to move those. Can I get you to prioritize hauling that out of there? Because we're going to get animals in here. And what I want... Oh yeah, you're actually going to build something. Okay, that's fine. I thought they were moving it back up here. I had a small little storage spot here for a while, and I got rid of it because they were taking the blocks up there and it was unnecessarily far away. That's cool. Yeah. What I also want them to do is I thought I made a stockpile zone here for blocks. But maybe I haven't set it yet. I've got chunks. I've got stone chunks. I've got marble chunks. We might be out of marble. I know I've got some there. That might be marble too. Yeah, okay. We've got a couple of things of marble. We've got spots for stone chunks. I kind of want to change these over. Let's kick the marble chunks out of here for the minute, because that will force them to move it up close to where we're going to use it anyway. And then later I can move the rest of it out of here, because I do want these as actual like storage locations. I'm working on trying to get some of my external resources brought inside, and I just don't have the storage space. Plus I also have like a couple of attack things to go do as well, so there's that. And don't bring food inside. I think you mentioned you used to do bodybuilding, but I don't think I heard you... Was it? Heard about you doing a bit of boxing before. Sounds awesome. Oh yeah. You know, I used to do advanced kickboxing as my warm-up to going and doing my weightlifting, because it had like a lot of cardio and like forced you to kind of like be nimble and shit. So I used to like doing that for like an hour before going and doing my actual like weightlifting and stuff. When I got to like the really advanced shit, I ended up like having those on separate days. And then eventually I kind of moved away from doing the kickboxing. But I used to enjoy it because I also used to do karate and other stuff as well. But like over the years, I kind of like moved away from the more physical combat sports and stuff. Just because like, I don't know, I get injured very naturally and I bruise pretty easily as well. And, you know, if you're a woman walking around covered in bruises, it raises some questions sometimes. And it's like, I love that people are like willing to like ask and be concerned and stuff, but it can be uncomfortable, you know, to address the questions when there's nothing happening, nothing wrong and stuff like that. Beyond that, also it limited my ability to wear like skirts and dresses when my legs were completely covered in bruises. So I kind of went away from those as well. But I did really enjoy my kickboxing. I quite like the kickboxing, and like I didn't mind karate, but we got like really fucking injured playing, like I say playing, I kind of consider karate as like more like fun than it is like an actual, I know it's a proper discipline, martial arts and stuff like that, but I always just saw it as like, not like a game, but kind of like just something fun. It's a thing. I don't even know how to explain that properly, but yeah, it was different to like kickboxing and the actual like, yeah, weightlifting and stuff. Plus, like I also did like, I don't know what you call them. Like I did all kinds of different stuff. Like I did Tai Chi, Pilates, yoga, cross courses. I did like boot camps, all sorts of stuff. Like, you know, where you get like a truck tire and you've got to like push that across like a a field or something like that. I did that. Yeah, I don't know. I did a lot of stuff. Just like many, many years of different kinds of like activities and exercise and sports and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think of it sometimes, but I don't like, I guess I don't like dwell on the thought of it much. Like I love doing it, but I can't still do it because of all my like back, hip, neck injuries and stuff that I got. And then I had my medical condition with Crohn's and stuff. So like I could probably do some of it in a light capacity now, but I would have to be so careful with it. And usually if you sign up for something and you want to be like accurate about the legality of like your health and stuff, mentioning that I've got like a fucked up back, hip and neck and stuff like that, or I have medical conditions and stuff that may be a problem and stuff, generally gets me put off the list as well, or like, you know, removed from like certain gyms and stuff, activities. Yeah. It makes it kind of hard. Like I've got some equipment myself, but I don't have the same kind of motivation at home as I do, or what I did when I used to go to gym. Because like I used to be like, work is work. When I'm at work, I work, and there's no personal time in work. And then gym was gym. Gym was there to exercise and just lock in for a couple of hours and just exercise and stuff and be focused on like the forms and stuff. And then home was just home. Home was relaxing. Home was games. Home was drawing, music, cats, sleep, all that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, when I'm home, I find it really hard to want to lock in and do exercise and stuff. Like streaming and stuff has been an interesting thing because I've got like a hard balance between locking in and working on stuff, re-streaming versus relaxing. I find it very hard to like come out of the working on stuff aspect and actually relax sometimes. That's why I'm like trying so hard to like get like my holidays and stuff like that. I realized that I had them digging out this entire area and I'm like, I don't really want them doing that. Yeah, when I've got like my time off and stuff, I take my time off pretty seriously. I try to just do nothing, focus on doing nothing. And if I catch myself like thinking about stuff like related to streaming, I'm like, nah, I gotta stop. I gotta stop and go listen to music or something. Kimmy, I don't know why you think you're going slaughterer. I know you're a doctor, but you're gonna get your ass handed to you and you're really close to some animals. Kangaroos nearby. Pumpkin's actually, hold on, Pumpkin will sort this shit out. Pumpkin, can I get you guys to just smack her down? She's not going to go slaughtering anybody. Hey Vlad, welcome in. A bunch of leading supplements and foods that brought my friend's Crohn's disease to asymptomatic. Yeah, see, I'm at the point at the moment where my Crohn's is basically not doing Crohn's stuff, sort of. I have low to no symptoms and I'm down to only having to go to hospital like annually and do my scans like once a year, to the bigger scans and stuff like that once every 3 years. I'm in a really great place with it now, which is why I said like I could probably do some of the stuff in light capacity, but like I also just like know that any given day, like I could be stressed, I could eat the wrong thing, like there's a lot of reasons for me to not kind of want to go to a public space to do certain exercises again, even though I love them, even though I sort of do miss the weightlifting. I know that I could very, very gently do stuff here at home. I just can't quite do the exact same stuff because I don't have the exact same machines, but I could do some stuff in a general capacity kind of thing. But yeah, generally speaking, when it comes to like my Crohn's and stuff, I have got other medical conditions too. Some I've mentioned on stream and some I haven't, but they're all being collectively managed by both my doctor and the hospital that like monitors me and shit. So I'm alright. I'm doing all pretty much good with like medical stuff. I just gotta like mentally step away and take breaks occasionally, because like as you guys know, if I take a break and I don't allocate that to actually take a break, I will just work harder when like, you know, I have the free time. Like for instance, doing the rigging and stuff, I dedicated a couple of days to that instead of like leaving it loose, because I knew that if I left it loose, my entire like week off would turn into non-stop rigging, like 12 to 18 hour days all week. So like I know myself. I've gotten to know myself a lot better since streaming, so that's also good. Is like having to set the hard boundaries and be like, no, I gotta take a break, or I gotta stop and stuff. That's why like after the Hot Ones challenge next week, I will have the rest of the week off, because I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. But I don't really want to find out if I'm not, kind of thing. Like I don't want to be like, yeah, no, I'm going to stream and then find out that I'm not good, kind of thing. So I'm not going to push that. I'll have time off after it. I'll rest for like the end of like next week. And then at like I think it's the end of October. I also have holidays going into November, I think. I have big holidays then, like just, I think it's like almost 2 weeks off, something like that. But I'm going to spend part of that time probably maybe doing some rigging, maybe. I don't think I could spend the whole 2 weeks just doing nothing. I think I would just be bored to biscuits if I did that. So I'll probably take that one more at my own pace, kind of thing. Are these ones not part of this? I know they're their own thing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'll sort myself out for that week. It'll be alright. I'll have some rest. Well, weeks. I should say weeks. I'll have some rest and I'll do some stuff. Because like this whole month, I haven't... Oh, fucking... You guys, what did we talk about with this? Fuck's sake, I keep telling them to not dig this and they keep coming back up and digging this. I specifically said not to keep digging this whole wall. Anyway, this is open now. Pumpkin, I don't think you can do construction. You can't. Senma's maybe on it. Caravan ambush again. Hold on. I need to find somebody that can do construction. I need 2 people that can do construction ASAP. I need you to build that. I know that somebody else will probably work on part of it. Weeks can do building. Can you work on that one? Okay. I'm a little bit concerned about this. I know, there's only 3 of them. We should be okay. This is a big group of gunners. I should be okay. I was going to say, if this is like a normal, small group, maybe I'd be a little bit more worried about it, because they've changed the Celeria stuff. You get, what do you call it? You get humans infected with that crap. But this is just like a massive group of gunners. Hold on. We're going to be hunting you guys. I wouldn't mind taking more meat, honestly, with us, but it's not kind of, we won't be near a fridge for a while, and I don't want to make them... Fuck off, little dromedary. I need my people to move over so that they don't shoot each other. You guys move over, you move over. Actually, Cricket's already firing, so... fucking hell, they're fast. Fast little fuckers. And my horses are gonna get murdered. Okay, good. Stop firing. My horses. Yeah, no, let's keep going before any of my horses, like, drop dead from that. Yeah, it keeps... No. Hold on. You lot. I want you guys to keep going. They're getting there. They're, like, nearly there. They're, like, a day and a half out. Okay, I don't see any dead horses. They should patch them up once they're in the thing. This does make it less enticing for me to take their Manhunter pack bodies with me. Has anybody... I know most people won't. I want to take the marble chunks so bad. I gotta leave those alone. Has anybody peeled some, like, infected animals and used their meat and ingested their meat. Has anybody got infected doing that? Because I know that it's supposed to give you food poisoning, and honestly, in my colony, I literally don't care. Sometimes it's just putting food in their belly that matters, but like, I'm now concerned about it, just because like I don't want him to get infected. Farrell's going to have another mental break. If he could just get to his room and rest, he might be okay. I don't think there's anything I could do to fix you up, mate. Plants. You do plant stuff. Recreationally starved. Tired. Major pain. Minor pain. Sorry, slept in heat. Is it hot? Hold on. We're talking about infections. I missed it. Okay, you know the Scalaria stuff? The Manhunter infection? And you know how they changed it that now when you get attacked by them, people can get infected from it? My question was, you know how normally when I get attacked by a Manhunter pack, I normally just peel the animals and we still use their infected meat? My question was whether or not that peeled meat ingested can make them sicker than food poisoning. Because if it can, that's a problem for my people. Because I will use that. I will just keep using it. So what else I miss? So glad to hear it. Yeah. No, look, I definitely have like a few people keeping track of me for resting and stuff. You guys are very much on me about that stuff these days, and I do appreciate it. Like, as I said, if I'm streaming, I want to be streaming, even if I'm tired. I've made the choice to be here. But, like, when it comes to, like, breaks and stuff, I need to, like, prioritize resting when I take breaks, and I'm getting better at that. I'm also getting better at prioritizing